What's going on? Happy 420, everybody. For those of you that participate, it's not me. But I ain't here to complain. But happy 420. Why am I making a video on 420? Because I'm high on life. No, I just wanted to let everybody know that I watched Fallout. That's right, the TV series. And I asked everybody on Facebook, and if you're not on my Facebook or my Instagrams, and you guys want to participate in some of these polls, find me in the links down below, add me as your friend. I might be full, but I'll definitely figure out a way to add you, especially if you're a pretty girl. But bump. And you'll get all these messages. But people on Facebook told me I have to watch Fallout. All right? I'm fearful of video game TV shows and or movies for various reasons. Plus, I didn't play Fallout. I don't really know much about it. And I was just like, it's one of those. But when I'm always looking for new content, I was like, should I? So I asked my peoples, my families on Facebook, and they were like, watch it, watch it, watch it. And I trust y'all's opinion. So please do me a favor, hit that thumbs up, that like, that subscribe button. If there's any other TV shows or films that you think I might have watched or I should watch, let me know down below, and I can maybe do a review for it if that's what you want from my perspective. Even though my review videos are not doing very well on this channel, sometimes it's all I got to give you guys. So here it is. Here's my Fallout review. The overall consensus is, and I'm going to try to sound semi-intelligent, which I'm really not with verbally, I mean. My words get jumbled before they come out, or I talk too quick, but Fallout, and I don't need to give you the TLDR, the lowdown rundown, but it's about an event that happens, and hopefully no spoilers, so forgive me if I do, about a nuclear event and the situations that happen after. I recommend go watch the trailers so I don't have to explain everything from this point moving forward. But it follows a, what do they call them? A vault. Why am I burping? A vault dweller named Lucy, who is in the Vault 33. And for the conspiracy theorists and the people like that, we know what that number means. That number is a big-time Illuminati, Masonic, elite number used for the elite, the rich, the powerful. That is a number of them showcasing sometimes events or explaining events were manipulated by them or for them. And I don't know if the producers of this TV series knew or the video game, but they're in Vault 33, and events are being manipulated and all that other stuff throughout this entire series. So I thought that was a little bit of an Easter egg for conspiracy theorist knowledge that I really, really enjoyed. And the girl's name is Lucy. And that could be a reference to Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, because she's oblivious to the world. And watch the show and you'll understand what I'm saying. But I really enjoyed it. And it had brainwashing of children that were living in the vaults. They had schools. And what happens is there's like a nuclear bomb that exploded for many reasons, and it's very interesting. And now this Lucy girl leaves the vault to go on a journey to save her father. And she starts to unravel the mystery of what is going on from a company called Vault Tech and Ronco and all these other companies that are basically running the world. And there's images in this show of them having meetings, closed doors, with like a map behind them on a TV screen, and the elites are at a table and they're running the world and they're planning the world and they're planning manipulating events to make money, for their bottom line. It's fascinating. For a brain like mine that sees that in real life, to see it in the show, or basically in a video game from 1997, I'm impressed. Because I was getting all the clues. I'm not saying that the people made it are literally conspiracy theorists or whatever the case may be, but they have good knowledge of the rich, the powerful, the events, the way corporations are running the world behind the scenes. They have a good idea of what they're telling in this story. Maybe this is not like the game. Maybe this is the TV series where they added stuff to it. I do not know. So I'm answering it from the perspective of watching the TV show. Why do they call it TV shows anymore? Everything's streaming now, like Netflix. I got to get that verbiage out of my brain. But I was really impressed, guys. You get to know, and then the first couple episodes are character building. You know, you learn about Lucy, you learn about the Ghoul, played by Walter Goggins, fantastically. I met him at an interview many, many years ago with the former casting director, Mally Finn, for a movie with Billy Bob Thornton. I forgot the name of that movie, but Walter Goggins was in it. And I met him at the audition. We did a scene together, but he's awesome. He's freaking awesome. Mally Finn, casting director for The Matrix. That's why I was so proud that I was getting auditions with Mally Finn, because she was one of the biggest casting directors back in the days. Malifinn. So, yeah. And then we have another character that plays Titus or Maximus, depending on which way you look at it. And then they got many different factions in this world. But the first two episodes were character building, where you start to learn these characters. So they enabled you to fall in love with these characters while revealing the mystery, and you trying to find out or witness some of the secrets all at the same time. Each episode is at least an hour and 10 minutes. I'm not quite sure, but it didn't seem that long. And I was like, but it was, when I look back at it, I'm like, wow, these are like individual movies. I mean, not as long technically, but still, they felt like individual movies. And it was really enjoyable, the character building. Then you learn a little bit about the story, but now you're enveloped with every scene. And the Western aspects and the scientific aspects, the technology aspects, and it's like filmed in a 1950s or 60s style when the nuclear bomb was possibly, you know, in the Cold War, where they were worried, you know, about everybody being blasted with a nuclear bomb from Russia or wherever. Like, it has so many nostalgic, retro feels to it in a sci-fi world, as well as a conspiracy world and a manipulated event society and secret societies. It's damn good, y'all. It's damn good. I thought I was only going to watch a couple episodes. Like, I started watching it at like midnight, and I was hoping to go to bed by like 3:30 at the latest. And I watched like 2 episodes or 3 episodes, and I was like, number 4, put on number 5, put on number 6. Oh my God, it's 5 a.m. Put on number 7, put on number 8. I got through it. Went to bed at 7:30 in the morning. It's okay. I ain't got no life anyway. But still, it's fantastic. I did have a few issues here and there with some of the fight scenes where it seemed like people were standing around waiting for the fight. But it's really interesting. Sorry, guys, I don't have the verbiage to really explain all the intricacies that are within this series. But for those of you that are deep thinkers, maybe not deep vocalists, I'm a deep thinker. I'm not a deep vocalist, meaning I don't know how to verbalize everything, but I am thinking about it. This is a fantastic show with hints and clues and secrets and Easter eggs everywhere. And I've never even played the game. And it's a really good adventure show. Can't explain it. You're rooting for the bad guys as well. Because the Ghoul, Walton Goggins, is a ghoul. He's like sort of a bad guy. And then it's kind of like the movie Sixth Sense. where I figured out a couple of things, like after episode 2 or 3, that was revealed in episode 5 or 6. So I was getting the clues and putting things together a little bit early, maybe than other people. But that's what I enjoy, is putting those puzzle pieces together. But then every time you get a piece answered, there's more puzzle pieces. It's crazy. And I have so many questions still after watching the finale episode. And I do know, and this is a spoiler, the one character that disappears, he's all of a sudden in his mechanical uniform that he stole with a bullet across his mouth. He's now in front of Las Vegas. So, I do remember there was a game called Fallout Vegas. I do remember seeing the logos or the imagery. So, that made sense. Now, for my video game knowledge, or my lack of video game knowledge, everybody tell me down below, and again, avoid spoilers as best you can, people, but I recommend watching the show, then coming back and reading the chat room, because I am going to talk about a few spoilers in a minute. I have to. It's on the tip of my head right now. But did this first season, how many games did it represent in the Fallout? I don't know how many they have. They might have 4 or 5 or 6 Fallout games. I'm not exactly sure. But with the video game TV show called The Last of Us, the first season was the entire first video game of The Last of Us. So was this the entire first game of Fallout, number 1? And then is Fallout Vegas number 2? Or did this Fallout do like the first 3 or 4 games, and now the Fallout Vegas, is that like number 4 or 5? I don't know the answers. And how true to the game is this show? I want to know. From your perspective, people that played the game. And the game came out in 97. So that must have been a PlayStation game, and I don't know why I never bought it. I was all into gaming back in those days. Man. I guess I didn't like shooters. It might be a shooter. I wasn't really into that. I was into sports games more, but still. Now, let's get into some spoilers and some questions I have. And so end the video here, because there are going to be some major spoilers here. But Lucy's brother found Vault 31 with Billy's brain from the company, and all the managers and assistants that were being iced up for years so they can take over Vault 33 and 32. And, he found all their bodies. Now, for the ghoul, he never found his wife, and apparently he was looking for his wife. And is his wife in one of those vaults? Is she still frozen? Or is she running one of the factions? Because they have the faction of the Brotherhood, they have the faction of the Vault people, they got the faction of the California New Republic. And remember when they were having the meetings to take over the world before they dropped the bombs? They had like 5 factions, like Ronco, whatever companies' names were. And the ghoul's wife was basically the one that came up with the idea to run the world. And then now that guy Mikhail, the assistant of the wife, that was a fan of Cooper, which is the ghoul, the actor Cooper, that is the famous headshot guy from the logo. That's actually the ghoul. But he showed up and became the father of Lucy, and then he went to Vegas at the end. Is he going to speak with the ghoul's wife? I forgot her name. Maybe she's alive. Or maybe she's literally still in one of those chambers in Vault 31. So That's one of my big questions. Um, and will he have to kill his wife for what she did in the future? Would he even do that? Did his daughter exist? Did she live? And then I still want to know how he lived, the ghoul, right after the explosion. They showed him getting on his horse with his daughter. How did he live? Then we learned about that medicine or whatever that turned them into the zombie, where they regenerate or they heal. We saw with the guy, the Brotherhood guy with the foot. So many questions, but I love how they did flashbacks. So I'm hoping for a second season, and I'm hoping for a lot more flashbacks of Cooper or the Ghoul. I'm really hoping for a lot more flashbacks of him. And then Lucy's mom being like a ghoul, that was intense. And that she actually had to KIL her, that was intense. But she did it out of love and out of pity. And then they created the power grid for California, for the new California Republic at the end, the core energy or whatever they called it. But I don't think the energy is going to go worldwide. They set it up for that area of California when they put it online, the energy. So now all the people in that area are going to have energy, and they can start building, cars or electric cars or weapons or whatever. And they're going to start to try to take over. But they're going to fight the factions that are running California. And they called it Philly. Was it Philadelphia? No. That was somewhere in Cali, right? I think that whole series takes place in California or in LA. They had so many landmarks and everything. It was just fantastic to watch. Sorry, guys. I'm just going through it in my head as we talk. But long story short, guys, I really recommend it. Guys, girls, ghouls, whatever. I really recommended it. I had a fantastic time. And it was shot and directed and produced and written pretty dang good. And some people might see it, it has a lot of DEI, a lot of diverse characters, and there's a woman, Lucy, that takes over and she's becoming so powerful. It's woke. Yeah, I didn't get that from this. And if it was that, if they did do it to appease DEI or whatever, they did a fantastic job. They hid. Most other movies or TV shows, they just do it and they put it out front and they let everybody know, hey, we're going to take this movie and we're going to put a diverse character as the lead again. We're going to remake it and change it. And then you get annoyed. This movie or this TV show or streaming show, it had a lot of diversity and it worked. And that's why I'm so proud of the writing. Because you can make projects for diverse characters in every aspect. And you can make them all the lead. They don't always have to be white or whatever the agenda is nowadays. You just got to write a good story. And you got to have good character development. And man, every time they talked about having sex, do you want to be with me? You want to make love or have sex? What do you mean? Is that where your bottom part gets hard? And then it hurts for a while, and then it explodes. It was like so innocent, yet so erotic. It was weird. It was so weird. But boy, it's a good show. I really recommend it. I had a good time, and I wish there was a season 2 now. I really do. And let me know your guys' thoughts of, do you like all the episodes to watch it all at once? Or do you like it on a week-by-week basis? Because I noticed I haven't had a lot of time to process every episode. Because I really, with shows I enjoy, I want to process it. And sometimes it's fun to wait for the next episode the next week. You can go online, to like Reddit or whatever these things are, and you can talk about that week's episode. Like I do that with Quantum Leap and one other show. But with these shows, when they all come out at once, you can't do that. And who spoke about it? That's why I'm speaking about it. Was it Philip DeFranco? But yeah, it was a good question. Do you guys prefer all the episodes in a row or on a week-to-week basis? Because I kind of would want this I love it both ways. But since I enjoyed it so much, I want to think about it for a whole week. And I want to go online and watch episode 1 reviews and stuff like that and find clues from other people. You know, unless people do it on YouTube, I do not know. I'll have to search that later. But you guys let me know your thoughts. But if I'm going to give it a rating, I'm going to give it a 10. Dude, I dug it. I enjoyed it. I am flabbergasted. I actually want to go out and see if I can buy the game for PlayStation 3 because that's the only one I have. I actually want to buy the game now and play it. And I don't know if it's on PS3 in a legacy game. I don't know because it was probably made for PS1 or 2. I'd have to go back and look at the dates, but I gave it a 10. Man, I enjoyed it. When you got me staying up till 7, 8 o'clock in the morning when I need to be on a good schedule for many health reasons, let me know your thoughts down below. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay blessed. Let me know some movies or TV shows that you want to see me review from my perspective that maybe I have watched or you have loved or that you're recommending. I appreciate you guys. Happy 420. Enjoy your day wherever you're at, and I love you. Thanks for being a part of this channel. I appreciate you.